Hey, wait, just stop for one moment. I have one question for you, one simple question. Right now, somewhere in the world, a machine is reading, writing, thinking, and learning, all at the same time. And that machine, it is getting smarter every single day. So here is what I need to ask you, and I want you to really think about this. Are we, as humans, still the smartest ones on this planet? Or has something we built already passed us?
Have you ever talked to a machine and felt like it understood you better than some people do?
Have you ever asked your phone a question and thought, wow, how did it know that?
Or maybe you saw something on the news, something about robots, something about artificial intelligence, and you thought, wait, is this real? Is this happening now?
Yes, it is real. It is happening. And today, we are going to talk about it in simple English, easy words, words you use every day.
Because this topic, it is not just for scientists, it's for all of us.
So stay with us. This is going to be a really good one. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Mr. English Podcast. I am James, and I am so happy you are here today.
And I'm Emma. Hi, everyone. Oh my goodness, we have a really exciting episode for you today. I have been thinking about this topic for weeks now.
Same. Emma and I were actually talking about this before we started recording. We could not stop. We kept saying, okay, we need to save some of this for the podcast.
Yes, we were talking in the break room, drinking coffee, and before we knew it, 1 hour was gone, just like that, because this topic is so big, so important.
And the topic today is artificial intelligence, AI. Is it getting smarter than humans? What does the future look like? And what does this mean for you and me?
We're going to explain everything in very simple, easy English. No complicated words, no hard sentences, just real talk, like two friends having a conversation.
And before we begin, we want to say, if you are new here, welcome. This is Mr. English Podcast. We make podcasts for people who are learning English. We use simple words, we speak slowly and clearly, and we talk about real topics that matter in real life.
So if you like what you hear today, please subscribe to Mr. English Podcast. It's free. And when you subscribe, you never miss a new episode. Also, please share this podcast with a friend who is learning English. Share the channel, Mr. English. Help us grow this community.
Okay, are you ready? Let us begin. So, Emma, let us start from the beginning, the very beginning, because some of our listeners might be hearing the word AI for the first time, or maybe they heard it but aren't sure what it means.
Good idea. Let's go back to basics. Okay, so AI. Artificial intelligence. Let's break those two words down.
Artificial means not real, not natural, made by people, like artificial flowers. They look like flowers, but they're made by humans, not by nature.
And intelligence means the ability to think, to learn, to understand, to solve problems. So artificial intelligence means intelligence that is made by people. A machine that can think, that can learn, that can understand.
Exactly. Think of it this way. When you were a baby, you didn't know anything. You couldn't talk, you couldn't walk, but then you watched, you listened, you practiced, and slowly you learned.
AI does something similar, but it doesn't have a body like us. It's software, it's code, it's inside computers. And it learns by looking at information, millions and millions of pieces of information.
I remember the first time I really understood what AI was. I was sitting at home. My nephew, he's 8 years old. He was talking to the smart speaker in our living room. You know those speakers you can talk to?
Oh, yes, I have one too.
He asked it, "What's the biggest animal in the world?" And in 2 seconds, the speaker answered, "The blue whale." And my nephew looked at me and said, "Uncle James, is there a person inside that box?"
Oh, that is so sweet. Kids ask the best questions.
Right? And I thought about it and I said, no, buddy, there's no person inside. It's a very smart computer. And he said, but it talks like a person. And that moment I realized this is powerful. This is something new, something that is changing everything.
And that's exactly what we're talking about today. AI sounds like a person. It thinks like a person in some ways. But it's not a person. It's a machine that learned how to act like one.
And every year it gets better, it gets smarter, it learns more. And that's why people are asking the big question, is AI getting smarter than humans?
Now, here's what I love about this topic. AI is not something far away. It's not only in movies or science labs. It's in your life, right now, today.
Tell me about it. Emma, what did you do this morning? Walk me through your morning.
Okay, so I woke up, my phone alarm rang, I checked my messages, then I opened a music app and it said, "Good morning, Emma. Here's a playlist we made for you."
AI did that.
Yes, the app looked at what music I listened to before and it made a new list just for me. I didn't ask for it, it just knew.
That's AI. It watched your behavior, it learned your taste, and then it gave you something you would like.
Then I went to the kitchen. I asked my smart speaker, "What is the weather today?" It told me it was going to rain, so I took my umbrella. Good thing I did. It did rain.
AI again. And then what?
Then I drove to work. My car has a navigation app. I told it the address, and it said, "There is heavy traffic on Main Street. Take the other road." And I did. I saved 15 minutes.
AI, AI, AI. All of it is AI.
And I did not even notice. That is the thing, James. We use AI every single day, and most of the time, we do not even think about it.
That is so true. Let me add some more examples. When you go shopping online and the website says people who bought this also bought that, AI.
When you type a message on your phone and the keyboard suggests the next word, AI.
When you watch a video on the internet and after it ends, another video you like starts playing automatically, AI.
When you take a photo and your phone recognizes faces, that is AI.
When a bank sends you a message saying, "Was this you? We saw a strange payment on your account." AI is watching. AI is protecting your money.
Wow, when you list it all like that, it sounds like AI is everywhere.
It is, and this is just the beginning. Every year, AI becomes part of more things, more apps, more machines, more jobs, more of our lives. Okay, so now let's talk about something that a lot of people worry about. Jobs, because this is the big question that people ask me all the time. James, is AI going to take my job?
I get that question too. And honestly, I think it is a fair question, a very fair question, because it's already happening in some places.
Yes. Let me give a simple example. In some big stores in America, there used to be people at the checkout line. You would put your groceries on the belt, a person would scan them and tell you the price, you would pay. Simple.
I remember those days.
Now, you walk into many stores and there are self-checkout machines. No person, just a machine. You scan your own items, you pay the machine, and you leave.
A machine did that job.
A machine did that job. And those workers, some of them lost their jobs. That's a real thing that happened. That's not a story. That happened.
I actually talked to a woman at my grocery store last year. Her name was Linda. She had worked there for 12 years. She was so kind. She always remembered my name. She always asked about my family. And then one day I went to the store and Linda was not there. I asked someone, "Where is Linda?" And they said the store was moving to all self-checkout. Linda was moved to a different role. She was still working, but it wasn't the same, and I felt sad about that.
Yeah, that's the human side of this story. And it's important, because behind every job is a person, a real person with a family, with bills, with a life.
And AI does not think about that. AI does not have feelings. It just acts like it cares. It says the right words, but inside, nothing. It doesn't feel anything. It's just math. just code.
So yes, some jobs are going away because of AI. Factory jobs, simple office jobs, jobs where you do the same thing again and again.
But here's the other side of the story. New jobs are also being created.
Right. When the internet came, people said the internet will destroy jobs. And yes, some jobs did go away, like people who delivered paper messages. But new jobs came too. Web designers, social media managers, online teachers, jobs that did not exist before.
The same thing is happening with AI. New jobs are appearing. People who teach AI systems, people who check if AI makes mistakes, people who use AI as a tool to do their own job better and faster.
Think of a doctor. AI can now look at a medical scan and say, there might be something wrong here, but the doctor still makes the final decision. The doctor still talks to the patient, still shows kindness, still explains things. AI helped, but the doctor is still needed.
Or a teacher. AI can make a lesson plan, AI can grade some simple tests, but a teacher sees a student crying in the corner. A teacher knows when someone needs encouragement. A teacher changes a child's life with one kind word. AI cannot do that.
That's such a good point, Emma. Okay, let's get to the big question now, the one that people debate everywhere, online, in homes, in schools, in offices. Can AI replace humans?
This is the one, right? This is the heart of today's conversation.
Let me start with what AI is really good at. AI is good at speed. It can read 1 million pages of information in 1 minute. A human cannot do that.
AI never gets tired. It can work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, no breaks, no coffee, no sleep.
No coffee. I would not survive without coffee.
Same. And AI is very good at patterns. Like, if you show AI 1 million photos of cats and dogs, it learns what a cat looks like and what a dog looks like. And then it can look at a new photo and tell you that's a cat. Very fast, very accurate.
AI is also good at things like language, writing sentences, translating from one language to another, answering questions. That's why chatbots exist. You type a question, and in seconds, you get an answer.
But here's where AI fails. Here's where humans are still ahead.
Tell me.
Feelings. Empathy. That word means understanding another person's feelings, feeling what they feel, caring.
AI doesn't care. It acts like it cares, it says the right words, but inside, nothing. It doesn't feel anything. It's just math, just code.
Think about this. You had a terrible day. You're sad. You call your best friend. She listens. She understands. She says, I know exactly how you feel. I was there too. And suddenly, you feel a little better because a real human understood you.
A machine can say the same words, but you'd feel the difference. There's no warmth, no real connection.
And creativity, real creativity. AI can write a song, it can paint a picture, but it learns from human art. It copies, it combines. It doesn't feel the emotion that comes from a broken heart. It doesn't write a song at 3 a.m. because it's hurting.
That is a beautiful way to say it, Emma. Humans create from emotion, from experience, from pain and joy and love. AI creates from data.
And there is also common sense. Sometimes simple things confuse AI. Like, if you say to AI, the cup is on the table, it understands. But if you say, can you hand me the cup, AI does not have hands. It does not live in the physical world the way we do. There are many things that we humans do automatically without thinking that are very hard for machines to do.
So can AI replace humans completely? My honest answer is no, not completely. Not now, probably not ever.
AI can replace some tasks, some steps, some jobs, but replace a whole human? A human who loves, who creates, who feels, who connects with other humans?
That is something else entirely. And we are not there. And maybe we should not want to be there.
Okay, let us be fair now, because AI has done some truly amazing things. Things that help people, things that save lives.
Yes. I do not want people to think we are only scared of AI. There is so much good that it has brought.
Let me start with medicine. AI is now helping doctors find sicknesses earlier, like cancer. Before, doctors had to study a scan for a long time. Now, AI can look at the same scan and find small problems that a human eye might miss. And finding it early can save a life.
That is incredible. I actually read about a woman, her name was not mentioned, her story was shared publicly, who found out she had a serious illness because an AI system noticed something in her routine health check. The doctor said if they had found it 6 months later, it would have been much harder to treat. AI helped save her life.
That gives me chills, in a good way, because that's what technology should do. Help people, save lives.
AI is also helping in education. For people learning languages, like our listeners, AI tools can help you practice speaking. They can correct your grammar. They can explain a word in simple English, like a personal teacher, available anytime, any day.
And for people with disabilities, AI can help blind people hear what's in a photo. AI can help people who cannot speak to communicate using technology. AI is giving people more freedom, more independence. That is beautiful.
AI is also helping with the environment. Scientists are using AI to track climate change, to find better ways to use clean energy, to protect animals.
And in farming, AI can now look at a field of crops and say, this part of the field needs water. This part has a disease starting. Act now. Farmers can save more food, waste less, feed more people.
The list goes on and on. AI is solving problems. Big problems, old problems, problems that humans have been trying to fix for a very long time.
So AI is not the enemy. It can be a great friend, a powerful tool. The question is, how do we use it?
Okay, balance. We have to talk about both sides. Because as powerful as AI is, there are real worries, real dangers, and we should talk about them honestly.
The first one is jobs. We talked about this a little already, but it's a real concern. If AI can do many jobs cheaper and faster, many people could lose work. And not everyone can quickly learn a new skill or find a new job. This is a real problem for real people.
The second danger is fake information. AI can now make fake videos, fake photos, fake voices. It can make it look like a person said something they never said. These are called deep fakes, and they are very dangerous because you see it and you think it's real, but it's not. It's not real.
I actually saw a fake video once. Someone sent it to me. It looked so real. The person in the video looked like a famous leader, and the things they were saying sounded real, but it was completely made up by an AI. I only found out it was fake because someone told me. If they hadn't told me, I might have believed it. That scared me.
That's the problem. When you can't trust what you see and hear anymore, that's dangerous for society, for truth, for trust between people.
And there's privacy. AI collects information about you. Every time you use an app, search something, buy something online, data is collected. AI learns about you, sometimes more than you know yourself, and that information can be used in ways that you didn't agree to.
There's also the question of who controls AI. Right now, most AI is built by big companies, very powerful companies. If only a few people or companies control the most powerful AI in the world, that's a lot of power in very few hands.
And what if AI makes a mistake? In medicine, in the justice system, in finance? AI is not perfect. It makes errors. But the difference is, when a human makes a mistake, we can ask them. We can understand why. AI sometimes makes a decision, and even the people who built it can't explain why it decided that.
These are hard things to think about, but they're important, because we should go into this with our eyes open, not afraid, but aware, thoughtful.
And asking questions, always asking questions. That's how we stay in control.
So, back to the title question.
back to the thing we started with. Is AI smarter than humans?
I've been thinking about this since we started, and I think the answer depends on what you mean by smarter.
Explain that.
Okay, if smarter means can process more information faster, then yes, AI wins, 100%. No human can read millions of books in a second. No human can do 10 billion math calculations in a minute. In that way, AI is already smarter than any human alive.
But if smarter means can understand a person's pain, AI loses. If smarter means can make a child laugh at the dinner table, AI cannot do that. If smarter means can write a poem that makes someone cry because it perfectly describes how they feel, a real human does that better.
If smarter means wake up on a cold Monday morning, feel tired, not want to go to work, but still get up and do the right thing because you love your family, AI does not know what any of those words feel like.
So I think AI is not smarter than humans, it is different from humans. It is very powerful in some specific ways, and humans are powerful in other deeper ways.
A car is faster than a human, but that does not mean the car is smarter. A calculator is better at math than a human, but that does not mean the calculator understands math. It just does the steps.
AI is an extremely powerful tool, like a hammer. A hammer can do something my hand cannot do, but the hammer does not decide what to build. I decide, the human decides.
And that is the key. Right now, humans are still the ones deciding what AI is built for, what values it follows, what it is used for. Humans are still the designers, still the decision makers, still the heart.
And we must keep it that way. We must make sure AI serves people, not the other way around.
That is why conversations like this matter. That is why ordinary people, like you, like me, need to understand this topic, because AI affects all of us, and all of us deserve to have a voice in how it is used.
So what can regular people do? What can a person listening to this podcast right now actually do?
Great question. And I love that you asked it, because I think people sometimes feel helpless when they hear about big things like AI. Like, this is too big, what can I do?
But actually, there are real practical things.
First, learn. Keep learning, like you are doing right now. Listen to conversations. Read simple articles about AI. The more you understand, the less afraid you will be. Knowledge gives you power.
Second, ask questions. When you use an app or a service, ask yourself, is AI involved here? What information is it collecting about me? Do I agree with that? You have the right to ask.
Third, be careful with information online. If you see something surprising, a video, a photo, a news story, ask, is this real? Could this be made by AI? Check other sources. Do not share something until you are more sure it is true.
Fourth, support education. If you have children or if you work with young people, talk about AI with them. Help them understand it, because they're going to grow up in a world where AI is everywhere. They need to be ready.
And fifth, do not be afraid to use AI as a tool yourself. Use it to help you learn English faster. Use it to translate something you don't understand. Use it to get information you need. Let AI work for you. You are the boss. AI is the assistant.
I love that. You are the boss. AI is the assistant. That should be on a t-shirt.
Right? Someone make that shirt.
Okay, now we want to hear from you, because this podcast is not just us talking. It's a conversation.
And a conversation needs more than two voices.
We want to know, what do you think about AI? Are you excited about it? Are you worried? Both? Maybe you have a personal story. Maybe AI helped you with something, or maybe you saw something about AI that made you nervous or curious.
Here is your question for today. If you could ask an AI one question, any question, what would you ask?
Think about it. Maybe you'd ask about the future. Maybe you'd ask something personal. Maybe you'd ask something funny. There's no wrong answer.
Write your answer in the comments. We read every single comment, and sometimes we use your comments in our next episode, so your voice really does matter here.
I'll share mine. If I could ask AI one question, I would ask it, what is one thing about humans that you will never be able to fully understand? And I would be very curious to see how it answers that.
Oh, that's a deep one. Mine, I would ask, what is something humans do that makes absolutely no logical sense, but that you secretly wish you could do too?
Okay, that one is kind of funny and kind of sad at the same time, because I think AI would have a long list.
Probably. Dance for no reason. Cry during a movie. Eat dessert even when you're full. Yeah, we humans are wonderfully strange.
We really are. Okay, my friends, we have come to the end of today's episode, and what an episode it was.
We talked about what AI is, how it's already in your daily life, your phone, your music, your car, your shopping.
We talked about jobs and how AI is changing the world of work.
We talked about whether AI can replace humans, and we decided it can do many things very well, but it cannot replace the human heart, the human soul.
We talked about the benefits, saving lives, helping people with disabilities, protecting the environment. And we talked about the dangers too. Fake information, job loss, privacy, and the power of who controls AI.
And we asked the big question, is AI smarter than humans? And I think we found a better answer than just yes or no.
AI is powerful, but humans are irreplaceable, and both of those things can be true at the same time.
Now, a big reminder, if you enjoyed today's episode, please subscribe to Mr. English Podcast. It takes 2 seconds, it's free, and it helps us reach more people who are learning English around the world.
And please share this episode, share the channel, Mr. English Podcast, with a friend, with your family, with someone you know who's learning English or who wants to understand the world better through easy English.
And leave a comment. Tell us your answer to today's question. Tell us your thoughts. Tell us your story. We love hearing from you. You are the reason we make this podcast.
Every day we try to bring you real topics, topics that matter, in English that is clear, simple, and honest, because you deserve to understand the world. In English, without fear, without confusion.
This is our mission at Mr. English Podcast, and we're so grateful you're with us on this journey.
You know what I think, James? I think the smartest thing a human can do right now is keep learning, keep asking questions, keep growing. No AI can take that from you.
That is exactly right. Stay curious, my friends. Stay human. And we'll see you right here on the next episode of Mr. English Podcast.
Take care of yourselves, learn something new today, and remember, every word you learn is a door that opens to a new world.
Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye.
This is Mr. English Podcast. Keep listening, keep learning, keep growing.